All right, so here comes a relatively quick one for Volvo retro cover. Somehow somebody got in there and somehow crashed this pole cover. So we're just making a new version. Looks like theirs was OG. It's got angle and all that. Probably was welded to the pole and all that. We don't get the luxury, obviously, of popping the sign off. We can't slide it over, so it's got to be in two pieces. So there's the basic shape. Lay of the land. It's going to be 063 because it has the curve. I went ahead and made the whole skin and everything 063. Plus the way we're mounting it, we're going to be hanging it. We're going to be attaching it to the bottom of the sign. So I'm just trying to save weight. So the whole thing's out of 063 skin wise. Then you're going to have jigs, which are going to be 09 for strength and 09 faces for strength. So, relatively speaking, it's not that difficult to sign. You got your two jigs. A is going to have these tabs and B is going to have these slots. So everything that's A, go ahead and make sure it's on the A side. You've got your A end there. You got your A middle parts. These are these guys here. You got these two middle parts there and there. Then you'll have these little guys here. These little guys here are just to help give a little bit of strength to the whole top part. The whole top part has a bunch of holes in it. Theoretically, install is going to shoot some screws into it. This whole thing's going to hang from the bottom of the existing sign. But in order to just give it a little extra support there, I kind of put this in there. But also, install is going to have to get their screw guns in there as well. So I tried to make this jig brace thing as small as possible and have as much room to get the gun in there, the frap. But you can see where this part right here is the part that mounts across the top. That's just to give it a little extra brace right there, because this whole thing's what, 40 something, 47 across. So but trying to keep it light. 063, you see where that bend is right there, so you'll have your clecos. So all your skin just goes around the one piece jigs. Tack it around. You can tack to the outside here. I give you room, and then just go ahead and clean it up. Make sure you get on the inside as well. Now, in order to kind of go around the pole, there was no measurement on the pole. I was just sort of eyeballing it. So I'm thinking I made provisions for an 8-inch pole because this is 12-inch. So I didn't think that it could be 10 because there would only be just a little bit right here. So if it's less than 8, then fine. But the idea was to make it not attached to the pole. So when you bring these pieces together, there's just going to be a piece of angle here that we bend that's going to connect. And what you want to do for fabrication is make sure that piece of angle, you can see where it's blue here. You want to make sure that that gets welded really well to the brace pieces. And you want to make sure I actually put a 0.01 so that way it could actually be slightly overcooked. So you can imagine when these are coming together, we're going to bring side A and side B together. You don't want this angle piece to be undercooked because then they'll be pushing each other apart. So you just want it that way we can make sure that the A and the B are going to tuck together. So because it has to go around the pole, it's going to be like this. A will have the tabs. They're going to slot in to the dog bones that we have here, little slots in the angle pieces. So that way it'll kind of lock these in. I do have it touching on the top, and then I have clearance on the bottom. And then the other ones are clearance top and bottom. So that way these are just to keep these two on the same plane as far as the face is concerned. And then this will just help align top and bottom to make sure it's nice and level there. Otherwise, that way there's no conflicts just in case things have changed. So I built in plenty of room. But once these are all built and everything, you just slide them together. Install will slide them together, bonk them, make sure they're good. And then on the insides of the angle pieces here, I have 0.22s on the B and I have 165s on the A's. And then you're just going to go in. So I don't have them here, but there'll be a hole where these match up. These pieces of angle match up. And then you can actually screw them together. So install is like slide them together, put the notches into the holes, get them lined up. And then you'll actually, screw gun with, self tappers like we do. Everything's self tap, number 10. And you can go ahead and self tap this together. and make sure that it's all, sexy. And then you can lift it up. And if you're screwing it from this side into the sign, then go ahead and do it that way. Or if you're sliding a face out of the sign and you're screwing through the bottom of the sign into this, either way. I gave you plenty of holes along the bottom here just to kind of grab whichever ones you can. I know it'll be sort of a challenge to get your gun up in here, but if you have a long enough extension bit to kind of get them, you can come in at an angle or something. But there should be plenty of room in here to shoot a gun up. And again, that's why I tried to make that brace kind of notched out so it won't be too much in your way. So yeah, so that's it. Just weld this all the way around. Faces are removable. So the idea is to get these bonked together, get them screwed together, and then once you get the face on there, then the face will be doing a lot of the work to help hold it together. But Fab, you are not lordsing these on. These are both removable, so that way Install can get this together. So yeah, just go over there, clean it all off, bonk these together, frap them together, and then just slide it up and then frap it on. You're good, and then put the faces on. So it should be just that easy, hopefully, knock on wood. If you see any other things, or if Jonathan or Install has any other questions or concerns, just hit me up.